just to say hello. And I don't normally get on this time of the day. I normally try and get on in the morning, but I thought let's jump on this time of the day to say hello. And I'll just go through and show you some of my goodies. So, what have I got here today? I've got tea leaf reading cards, and I want to show you some of the differences. Have no idea why it shows you the books in reverse. Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. So, hang on, I pressed the wrong button there. So, pop up and say hello if you are there. I'd love to see you. But for some reason, Restream flips everything back to front. So all the words are going to look totally back to front, which they never used to. So I've put out a new card deck, and the new card deck is called Miss T. Cow, and I don't know if you can read that back to front, but anyway. Miss T. Cow has a lot of very different symbols than the standard 50 card decks. It has so many differences, but it's symbols that I've resurrected from a very old deck, which was called Paragon. And so it was back in 2015-16. So you will see a lot of very different symbols. So we've got telephone and boot and medicine bottle, shooting star, drum, cash register, letter, comb, hat is different, cannon is different, and I have no idea why my chat's not coming up. So if you're there, I don't know why. Social comments, it says show. Oh, hi, it just says Facebook user. So if I know you, hello. So like I said, these has just got a lot of very different symbols, and I love, love, love. Where's my lens? There. Look at the child card. Isn't she just beautiful? She's like a child with a daisy, and she's holding daisies actually, so which is beautiful. And these are like, I love the eye, and that's why I put it on the cover of the book. The clock is different, horseshoes different, triangles in there, fish is in there, bells is different. Oh, you just got your teacup out, Kelly. It's lovely. Axe is different. Playing cards is different. Pipe is different. Isn't she a beautiful mermaid? Candles different. Skull is different, and that's the least scary skull I could do. Umbrella is different. Bellows is different. Grapes is different. Wine glass is different. Plane is different. Bridge is, car is, and lantern. So there are a lot of very different images in Misty Cow in the new card deck. So what I don't know why it says that there. What I also did with the Misty Cow deck, I couldn't decide on all the people cards. So Wilma, who's one of our admins in our Facebook group, she was chatting to me and she said, Karen, why don't you just leave them all in there? So we have 4 sets of people cards. And when you get your decks, I always say, choose a couple of people that can face each other. And these have arrows on them. So those 2 people go together. Those 2 people go together. We have lots of discussions of who's the hottie. Out of them, everyone says he's the hottie. So those 2 go together. Those 2 go together. Sorry, that's just my other alarm. Those 2 go together, and those 2 go together. So aren't they just divine? So they are all the people cards. Now, one of the other things is I like to show people, and it's really, really hard to photograph, but it's so nice when you can actually see it when I move it around the light. That's just that deck. That's my deck here, is the teacups. So this is one of the new teacups. Now this is the stunning emerald green. And what I've done this time I've got rid of all the astrology symbols, and I've chosen in particular power constellations. So, and these constellations are actually printed in the book. So we have Hercules, we have Monoceros, we have Pegasus, Southern Cross, Phoenix, Southern Cross, Pegasus, Mensa, Delphinius, and Canis Major. And gee, what's Canis Major if we can't half tell what Canis Major is? Canis Major is the dog, beautiful symbols, and they are the same on the sources. Now, these are all 24 karat gold on the sources, but like I said, it's very hard to photograph this, but it is a stunning emerald green. Some people say it looks black, but I'll show you the difference. There's black. So you can tell the difference between green and the black. So black is stunning too. Black's always popular. And it's one of those colours. Sorry, I like to stack mine. I don't like to scratch anything. So the black, same thing, all the same constellations. The verse that's actually written inside these is one that I'd put up for votes, and it came out one of the most popular. And what it says is, beneath the moon and stars above, I brew a cup of tea with love. As I sip, I ponder deep and read the leaves that gently steep. So, and that is also in gold, and then you've got all the classic 32 tea leaf reading symbols. So, and the black is just divine, but as is the white. And when I first did these, I was really uncertain about doing white cups, because I figured, why is white something to do with night skies when I think of dark colours? But funny enough, when I first listed white, they went like hotcakes. So I figured people must love the white with the gold. And I think it's just that whole classic simplicity of the white and gold. So, and again, the same symbols. What I've got currently going at the moment is with all the constellation cups, we've got these beautiful, they're the moon and star earrings, and they're actually gold-plated earrings over sterling silver. S925 means sterling silver. And these are really lovely. They're just some stud earrings, and they are the moon and the stars. So they're going out with the constellation teacups at the moment. The other things that I have, which have been very popular, is Curiosity. Now, Curiosity is a system that I developed quite a few years ago now, and I did it when I was reading in a restaurant, and I needed, in this restaurant, they used to have it where the patrons would come in and they'd call it dinner with the psychics, and they would only get 10, 15-minute readings with each person. So like I said, I'm so sorry, everything is reversed. Heavens knows why. I'm going to have to look into that and ask Restream why they've reversed everything. And so what it was, it's a whole kit divination system in one. And it comes in a tin that's got a screw lid so you don't lose all your bits and pieces. The mat in this is jersey, and it's stretched, and as you can see, I've had that squished up in the tin, and it doesn't need ironing. You just simply smooth it out. I like that. It's like buying stretched jersey clothes that you don't have to iron. Anything you don't have to iron is a bonus. It comes with matching cards. So there's 18 symbols on the mat, and the 18 cards actually match the symbols that are on the mat. It also comes with 3 dice, which I'll show you in a minute, and matching 18 charms. So you have mat, card, and charms that all match. So you've got 3 layers of information. Each row is numbered or coloured 1 through to 6, and you've got red row, green row, blue row. And it is so simple tool to use. So all we do is we shuffle our cards, and you can place them down in numerical order if you like. I don't. I just tend to place them down any way I like. And these are upside down because I'm a card flipper, not a card turner. So I flip front, top to bottom, not side to side. And all you need to really know is the colour of each row. It's not complex things that you have to remember like a 78 card tarot deck. So it is symbolic divination in its most simple form. So what we do, you can choose to either use your dice to start your reading. You can choose, if you know what your question's about, say you want to ask about children, you would look at the baby. If you want to know about love, you would start in the house of the love. If you want to know about money, you'd start down in the money house. But the easiest way is using your dice, and you just add up your dice. So I've got 6 and 5's 11 and 1 is 12. So I'm actually just starting that in position number 12. So we've got 6, 12. So we flip that card over. So what we do, buy anything that needs ironing. I don't blame you, I'm like that with all my clothes. So what we do, and this is an interesting one when we have this situation happen, is when we turn over the card, we would normally follow what colour and number that is. Now see how I've turned that over and we've landed on one scale on scale. It means that I can't card chain any further. So had I asked the question and said, I'm thinking of this new course and how will it be accepted, and I get scale on scale, it tells me already my answer. It means, yes, it would be accepted. Put it out there, good balance, good equality, and again, it can be contractual. So it means I may look at doing a contract with this type of work. So when you get a system that lands one on one, you can either choose to reshuffle it all again, or you can change or reframe a different question. I would throw another dice. So I'll throw the dice and I'll use the scenario, this young couple I know, where they're going through a separation, but they're trying to live in the house together, one at each end, which never really works, but that's what they're trying to do because of financial reasons. So I'm casting the dice to say, will they be able to reconcile or work this out rather than he go his way, she goes her way. So I've got 6, 10, 12. So again, that starts me in position 12, but I've already got position 12 turned over. So I would redraw again. So I've got 6, 10, 11, 12, 13 in this instance. So it's going to come down here. So I'm turning over the card and I'm reading the house and the card together. So Cain here would tell me they do need a bit of help and support. The ladder here is usually a good sign that tells me that things will change. It means rising and or ascension. So which often comes down to overcoming some obstacles. So we then go to this number, which is 3, and the blue row. So we're already in the blue row. So we're counting 1, 2, 3. And then I'm turning this over. So we've got the spider. Now the spider is over the ladder, and the ladder is ascending where things can change, but the spider's coming down on it. Spider is generally female energy, so it would tell me the wife in this situation tends to rain on the parade every time that things may look good to turn around. So I'm then going to green row number 1, which is the green row number 1. The horseshoe is a good sign over spider because it tells me, there's a lucky break that may open for them. So, and horseshoe is masculine energy, which means he may be able to do something to turn around her negativity as such. So we then go red, number 4. So we go up here and we've got the keys. So the keys here tells me there's answer to their problems. Keys mean open many doorways and things that they may be confused about. That's a good thing because it means open up the doors of opportunity. These could be very good for them. So we're back down to blue row, number 4. We've got the baby. Now, don't go saying they need to have a baby because they both don't want children. But the baby would tell me some new life into this marriage. And the new life is over the keys, which means adding new life into this marriage may change the outcome. So we then go green, number 2. So green row, number 2. And we've got the cane again, which comes back to support system. When you've got a marriage problem like this and you see cards like cane or help or supportful systems, they often mean a counsellor or a marriage counsellor, a chaplain, a minister, somebody that they respect or honour as good advisors. And that has come back to where we started. So what that means is I can't turn over any more cards. And when you can't turn over any more cards like that, it tells us this is all the information that we needed to know was relevant here. So there's also things I always often say to people when I teach is it's just as important of what didn't come out here as well. And there's 2 key things. It didn't come out with the sword or the cross. There is a cross in here and there is a sword. The sword would have told me it's all over Red Rover, not a hope. The cross would have told me lots of difficulties that they need to do to get over this. The other thing, though, that didn't come out was the heart, which tells me there's a lot of the love that's gone. And here they need to really work on injection of new life and not keep looking at the downsides, but they really need to learn to love again because no love has come out here. Our charms are, there's not many, but you can add all your more, but your charms, if you just don't look and you grab something, and I'm actually just going to put it on the spider because that there is the most negative card to me, which is the wife part of it. We've got the ship and she got the house and she's got the money. Interesting combo, which tells me literally she is probably still hanging on there in the house because of the financial reasons. But the ship tells me it's like she's distant with her emotions because ship is on a water symbol, which tells me very cold or distant emotions. So that is not helpful at all. So looking back up here at the cane, what else can they do to add more support? We've got cane on cane, which still tells me they need to have somebody they trust who they honour and reliable thing. We've also got the bat, we've got the baby, we've got the heart, and we've got the cross, which tells me this is not going to be an easy road for them. But the bat tells me there's something they are both not looking at. And the heart comes back to, like I said, they need to look at where the love go. What changed it? Open their eyes clearly. Injection of new life into this relationship. So you can see how simple it is. It's very direct. I often say it's very, very blunt, where it will slap you in the head with some answers. And that's just the way curiosity goes. And that's why I called it curiosity. So like I said, the cards that didn't turn over, I don't want you to peek. It's too much temptation. A lot of people will turn them over. Then that'll only confuse you all the more. So the idea is not to look at what didn't turn over. Like I said, this all fits so nicely in its little tin with its cards, its dice and its charms, and it all goes good to go. It does come in a few different varieties. There's an Alice in Wonderland. This one's called Charming, and this one is lots of beauty. It's pale colours and it's got the gold charms on them. So again, you've got your 3 coloured rows. And there's also a beautiful Alice in Wonderland one. Alice is, again, a very popular gal. No matter what she does, Alice is popular. Now, these are some of the books. The books in these are printed in colour because you do need to see them in colour, and I've gone in there and showing step by step. But there is a QR code in these books, so when you buy that, you get the exclusive use of how-to videos, because there's a few different ways you can use it. Oh, you've got hot tea. This one's Alice, and Alice is the hand-drawn symbols based like my hand-drawn tea decks, and they're all the same symbols, same numbers, same sequence. It's just different themes, that's all. But like I said, they're a great one-stop kit where you've got everything all in one box and that it's good to go. The other things that are really good kits as well are teacup mats. Teacup mats, the reasons I've got these teacup mats is it's a teacup reading without a teacup. Now, just go and smooth that out a bit. What this is, it's actually looking down at a teacup. That's the handle, that's the cup, and this is the saucer. This one's got the Roman numerals on it as the saucer. I've got other ones with just bead dots and things. And the blank side is the blank teacup. And the reason I've got these is for people who do readings at markets who don't want to take all their tea and cups and so on. This is a whole teacup reading without the teacup itself. And here I've got 2 lots of charm kits in these. So you've got 2 ways you can use this mat. You've got all the symbols on this side, and the symbols on this side, I always say either yourself or grab out 1 charm and just place it with your eyes closed on somewhere. And if you're not sure of what information I need to know today, you then just put your 1 charm and see what it lands on. If you want, you can sprinkle your whole lot over the actual symbols and you're reading 2 layers. So this, if I was looking at it, I've got tent on the ring and the house. So it tells me protection over home and the relationships is important to me. It would also indicate with a tent that I could do with a little mini break and a holiday. Yay, I would love that, somewhere nice and warm, because I hate cold weather. And it's cold for us down here at the moment, or it is for us Aussies. So you can do it that way, or you can go in and sprinkle a few charms, and then you would read the symbols that they also land on. Now these timing dots, these are used for months or days or weeks or whatever. Usually I don't cut down to days. And you can divide your cup up, because when we actually read a traditional teacup, which I'll show you my teaching cup. I don't know if I've showed you my teaching cup, but anyway, that's my teaching cup. So when you have teacup readings, we actually, as a tea leaf readers, we tend to divide the cups up into all sorts of timing. So this one is divided up with the different colours. So each section there is a month in time. If I'm looking at 12 months, the red lines would denote 4 sections, which can be 4 different sections, or you could have them in 3-month blocks, or you could have section 1 as love, section 2 as family, section 3 is money, section 4 is career. Doesn't really matter. And so that's how we look at timings in a cup. So this here is just the same. So imagine it's like a clock. So we're going 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4, and so on, just like a clock. And the blank side of the mat is used if you don't want the symbol side. And you can simply get your client or yourself to cast charms. and you can just let them there. And again, we can divide that up into the segments. And just like looking at our cup, we can say all these symbols landed in this section, this, and this. So it's really simple, and no hot water required. With these mats, I've got this one I have in the steampunk, and I've also got a beautiful one in turquoise, which I have. The turquoise is same, it's a beautiful teacup mat. And they come with pendulums. The steampunk one come, and pendulum is used for your confirmations, yes and no. The steampunk comes with a gorgeous tiger's eye, and these are actually on a necklace, so it's up to you if you wish to wear them. And the turquoise one comes with a stunning malachite. And I went specifically for malachite, not for turquoise itself. And that's the beautiful turquoise one. And this is the malachite. Come here and look at the malachite. Isn't that just divine? It's just beautiful. So that's what they come with. And you've got the option, if you've got charms, you don't need to add them. You can buy a mat only. I option with charms, but then I'm lucky like that, and I'd like to keep them all in their kits together. And they're, again, good for travel and portability. So then we step up into my labyrinth kit. Hang on, wrong lid. Then we step up into my labyrinth kit, and my labyrinth kit is another big reversible mat that has a 45-minute demo course that comes with it, because there is so much involved. And it's, again, a massive system where, where's my labyrinth? Where did I put it? Helps to know where I put my labyrinth, doesn't it? No. Well, I'll have to come back to labyrinth because I've put it somewhere and I don't know where. That is a good question. Well, we'll have to look at labyrinth another day. So, but it is another reversible mat, and I just don't know where I've put it. I'm really bad at doing things like this because I've got a head like a sieve. And that's just one of these problems that I struggle with. So I don't know. I've put it down somewhere, but it'll turn up. Anyway, I just thought I'd say hello and stop and show you some of the goodies. So is there any questions from anybody? Post away if you do. It's going to infuriate me now that I can't find where I'd put that, because I'm going to turn up the house upside down and Linus will just laugh at me. So if you've got any questions, please ask. Happily to answer anything you'd like to know. Someone asked me the other day about my deck that's black edges. What I did, I used a Sharpie. The decks normally look like this, which is white edges, and I used a Sharpie and I put black edges on it. So just to make it just nice, pimped up the deck, that's what I did. So that's what we've done, and I'm trying to think where I've put it. That's going to infuriate me now that I can't find what I've done with my labyrinth kit. I keep rearranging the room, then I lose everything, then I'll get really mad, and then Linus will say, but you do it. And that's usually what happens, is I'm the one who loses the stuff around. But if there's no questions, guys, I will leave it here, and I just wanted to say hello. It's evening time here, and I'm going to go and sit down. Actually, before I go and sit down, I'm going to turn the house upside down to see if I can find where I put my labyrinth. I'm not doing questions today. It's only a show and tell. So I'll jump on another day and I'll do readings, but not tonight. I'll get on here with one of the girls. So that way you'll get both of us at one time. It's just it's a bit late. Two girls are in US, and the other gals, Lindsay is in the UK. So, and I hadn't prearranged some time to get on with the girls. So we'll try and plan some of that in the future and we can do some readings. So, but thanks for stopping by anyway, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.